Another one that's had a change of trainers, and the new trainer has got this filly to win. This is Richard Phillips. She won nicely last time out at Kempton. I think that was the 4th start for this yard, and over course and distance, off a £4 higher mark. That was a promising run, and she's got every chance here. A daughter of noble mission. Richard Phillips has stepped her up in trip, and it's working out quite nicely for New Connections. He's certainly one to consider. That's Blue Nose Bell. Sheepskin noseband for the next one. This is Crazy Maisie, number 7. Mark Hode and Aidan Keeley teaming up. She was second here 24 days ago, which I thought was a good run. That was behind Cowboy, a race that was run exceptionally slowly, and Neil Mullins' horse on the front end got a freebie in a race that was delayed by about 20 minutes when one got loose and did 3 laps of the track. So how strong that form is, I'm not sure, and this is probably a better race. Number 6, Headgear on Ciao Adios, the Gurkha filly. She's been in really good form recently. Won at Seville back on the 20th of January and has been placed 2nd and 3rd in 2 subsequent starts. Perhaps the handicap has got hold of this filly now. But Tyrese Cameron, a jockey who's had, I think, 2 career wins for his name, both here at Kempton, has judged the pace quite nicely from the front. And he's definitely an apprentice to note for the Hannon Yard, irrespective of how this filly gets on tonight. So, yeah, keep an eye on the jockey as well as the horse on this occasion. Next up, in the blue rug, I think it's Ed Dunlop's Rockabilly Angel, number 8. I think, potentially. As they are walking round, I'm going to suggest it is. That rug matches the colours anyway, and she was trained over in Ireland. Didn't run badly, but it's so competitive over there. She's come to the UK, and I think it is, so I can just make out the chic pieces. Ran well in second to Liberated Lad at Seville last time at 18-1, but this is perhaps a more competitive contest. So there's a little look at runners for race 6.
Yeah, thanks very much to James. Sidzani, jockey change. Trevor Wheeler now on board instead of Jamie Spencer. And she's running for the Mark Usher team ahead of this fillies handicap, which was won by How Hard Can It Be last year, who arrives into this race in sort of a similar vein of form and looks like to have a decent enough chance. That is Tyrese Cameron aboard Shell Adios, leaving the preliminaries there. But Arab Cinder, 3-1, favourite ahead of Blue Nose Belt, 7-2, 11-2 for Racona. And How Hard Can It Be? Sidzani, 17-2, 10s, as I said, for Shell Adios. Rockabill Angel, 11-1, 14-1. Crazy Maisie. So I suppose the favourite, Rachel, Arab Cinder, like a profile. Mick Appleby, bought from William Knight, first run for this new yard, has been supported to make it a winning debut. Mick Appleby does so well with picking up horses and sort of finding the key to them. What do you think might be the key to getting this horse's head in front just for the second time?
Well, if he's fit after the 3-month break, and if they've sorted him, if they've figured out the way to work. I mean, he was in good form when he left, second behind George Baker's Study the Stars here at Kempton, over 1.5 miles. The key to that was going back to the all-weather, because they ran him at Windsor and not everybody liked Windsor, so he showed a really good gritty attitude to grab second. The winner had flown, was never going to catch him, and beat Largo Bay, who hasn't won since but has been placed on a couple of occasions. So I mean, an obvious choice given the form that the Mick Appleby yard is in. As we said, listed winner today, he's now drawn level with George Bowie in the all-weather championship trainer fight, and given the number of horses that he has, one would suggest that he'll probably pick up on the 7th of April his 7th all-weather championship trainer title. But the form of Blue Nose Bell, that run last time out, I thought was very impressive. She's shown a bit of form 2 starts ago at Kempton in a much higher level grade, finishing 4th, never going the pace to challenge but staying on. Dropping to 1.3 miles definitely suited, dropping in grade last time definitely suited. It was a well-run race, which helped. She's not going to get that today, unfortunately. She travelled really strongly at the cutaway. Easy. The problem was she beat Early Morning Dew, who at the time was an 0-for-17 maiden. Having finished second this afternoon at Lingfield, she's now an 0-for-19 maiden, so read into that what you want. But I do like, while she is stepping up in the ratings band, not to 65, she won over 0 to 70 today. She is in amongst her own sex, which I sort of think that's sort of a more lateral move than a vertical move in the sort of grading division, because she's a big girl, being a daughter of Noble Mission out of a war front mare. I mean, that's just stacks of muscles on stacks of muscles. She should find this grade a little bit easier, and she'd be the main danger. The worry is there's not a lot of pace, which is where Ciao Adios comes in for Richard Hannon, who's in great form. They decided to lead last time out, controlled the pace, headed, went down, and then got back up for third. That was over 1.5 miles. The drop down to 1.3 miles will suit, as one of her two career wins came over the 1.3 miles. And she's a consistent runner, and at a big price, particularly what James said, Tyrese Cameron, both wins come at Kempton, making all the running. He is very good from the front. For an inexperienced jockey, he's got no problems with sort of going out there. So at a bit of a price, Ciao Adios, but for me it would be Blue Nose Bell would be the main play in this contest. Yeah,
Tyrese Cameron was aboard Outrace to make call just a couple of days ago at Kempton. He's aboard Ciao Adios, who comes also into Fillies Only company, so let's see how she gets on. Let's go back over to James and get his final thoughts ahead of our penultimate race at Kempton.
Well, me and Rachel agreed in race 1. We're going to agree in race 6. Hopefully it goes better on this occasion. I thought Blue Nose Bell was impressive. I think new trainer Richard Phillips has found the key to this daughter Noble Mission. Arab Cinder's obviously got a good chance, but William Knight did a pretty good job of that. So she might continue the progressive profile, but at the prices, I'll go with Blue Nose Bell. Let's join Mark Johnson.
In by Ricona, and finally Ciao Adios. They're in the gate. And they're off. And they race over 1 mile and 3 furlongs, and through the very early stages it's Crazy Maisie who takes them along, but is now being taken on by Rockabill Angel towards the outside. And those are the first two. Racing in third, Chow Adios, and Very Keen racing upon the outside. Blue Nose Bell towards the inside rail. Chow Adios just had to be taken off heels to try and get a bit more clear sailing around the outside as they go around the turn, with Crazy Maisie out in front. Rockabill Angel races in second position, and then Very, Very Keen is Chow Adios in third around the outside, and now moves into second, and it looks as though the saddle may have just slipped forward a little on Chow Adios in second place as they make the run into the back straights. The leader is Crazy Maisie by a half length. Chow Adios racing in second, and now more tractable. A break now of about 4 lengths opening up to Blue Nose Bell, who races in third, just on the inside of Rockabill Angel, who is in fourth position. Arab Cinder is racing in fifth. Sidzani on the inside is in sixth. In seventh is Ricona, and last year's winner, the grey How Hard Can It Be, is the back marker of the 8, as at the moment it's a private duel between Crazy Maisie, and on that one's outside Chow Adios for the lead. They're going into the far turn with Crazy Maisie against the rail, still holding the advantage over Chow Adios in second place. Still there's a break of 4 lengths to Blue Nose Bell, who's around the turn racing in third position. On that one's outside, Rockabill Angel is in fourth, and then Sidzani is racing in fifth. On the outside, Arab Cinder is in sixth, and still How Hard Can It Be and Ricona are at the back of the field, as now they've all come back into a pack with 3 furlongs to go. Crazy Maisie has the lead into the home straight. Blue Nose Bell now moving up on that one's outside and travelling well in second position. In third down the outside, Rockabill Angel is being driven along. He goes to the cutaway on Sid's Annie to try and pick up, and they're being followed by How Hard Can It Be from a long way back, Ricona, together with Arab Cinder. Tailing off is Chow Adios down inside the final furlong, and Blue Nose Bell has got the lead, but only just towards the inside is Sid's Annie. Here on the outside is Ricona, and it is Ricona who has quickened up the best, and from last to first, Ricona in front. Blue Nose Bell held second and in third with Sid's Annie.
Ricona wins race 6 for Paddy Bradley, Kevin Phillipart Foy and the Fat Jockey partnership, and benefited from a very strong pace and a very confident ride from £3 claimer Paddy Bradley. Claims Blue Nose Bell, who's run well trying to follow up our recent course and distance victory, and Sid's Annie under jockey change Trevor Whelan's ran well back in third place. This race, strong pace in the end as Chow Adios, I think the saddle went forward for Tyrese Cameron, and basically she ended up running away and causing a strong pace. Certainly benefited Ricona as they started to slow inside the closer stages. Philly held up right at the back of the field in the purple and yellow, and Paddy was pretty confident here, not rushing to get under pressure, following probably what he thought was a horse that would take him into the race, Arab Cinder. That one, chance is probably hampered by the fact that Tyrese caused a bit of interference early doors to Arab Cinder and probably got a little bit out of position. But in purple, in the headgear, just carrying her head slightly awkwardly, this Charlotte filly. But when Paddy's got daylight, she's picked up the race quite nicely. I think everything went to plan ultimately for Kevin Phillipart, the Foy's runner, and she wins quite nicely on her third start of the campaign, and won at the back end last year. I did think me and Rachel might get a winner of Blue Nose Bell, but in the end it was Paddy Bradley, and a good confident ride there, Jess.
Yeah, Paddy Bradley's £3 might just been helping in the final strides there, but Ricona gets up to beat Blue Nose Bell, and this horse who bounces back to form a bit. She was just slightly disappointing last time, Rachel, but let's take it from the gates. As mentioned by James, Chow Adios looked like he was giving Tyrese Cameron a bit of a tricky time, was very free going. The saddle had to sit forward, that explains things, and was sort of vying for the lead early on with Crazy Maisie.